On-chain reactor spinning fire. The NFT analyzer. Diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From new mint coins to tokens. He's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry. He'll show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures flow. Web3 wonders, chain reactors on the scene. NFT insights and crypto dreams. Diving into Nico.
Yo, good morning, fam.
He's got the key.
Dude, it's taken everything in me to not kick off the show talking about the new Nintendo announcement and some pretty wild UFO news. It's taken everything out of me. It's the dedication I have right now, the discipline to not go full throttle conspiracy theorist show. I even am impressing myself here. Oh boy, no, a lot going on, man. Obviously a lot going on here in crypto. A lot going on kind of everywhere I'm looking at. It's a great time to be a nerd, I'll say that. Everywhere I'm looking, there's just cool tech, cool news, cool disclosure. But we're a damn crypto show. We talk crypto here. We got a lot to talk about today. Good morning, guys. It is great to see you. Man, so much to talk about today, but there's so much on the horizon here, too. You don't want to miss any of it. And I can promise you, you're watching here, you're going to be early to all of it. So make sure you subscribed here. It's SlamX official here on YouTube. By the way, if you're watching over on X, and I'm going to grab a link to drop in the chat here, but if you're watching on X, you might want to hop in the chat over on YouTube. It's where the gang usually is hanging out. So you might want to hop over there, subscribe. Gravity, good morning. Christian, good morning. Yeah, we got a fun year or so ahead of us here. Cannot wait, guys. CryptoSlam.io over on X. Give a follow over there. And, man, you got to bag some bull. You got to do it. The bull campaign is wrapping up here, and at this point, just under 2 weeks. You guys who watch this show regularly, you know what's going on. You've bagged your bull. Keep doing it, by the way. Keep going. But, guys, he's giving away his bull token. Tweeted him. It's going to throw you some Web3 trivia. This is an agent powered by CryptoSlam data, which I got to mention to people. It's not just NFT data, guys. It's everything on chain. So some really interesting stuff coming for the bull, for the, let's say, Slam ecosystem. A lot coming. Get engaged, follow him, go get yourself some bull tokens. I got the bull. Little sidebar here. Six-hole, good morning. Volatility, good morning. Cosmos, good morning. Good to see you guys. Gravity, let me know if that's really an issue or if anybody else is having trouble. He's, you know what? I tweeted him this morning. I'll see if there's, I don't think there's, I've seen him replying to people. That said, he gets rate limited a lot. There's a ton of engagement on him. There really is. If he showed up on Cookie, and when he's tradable, he's going to show up there. I'm assuming that. But he gets a ton of engagement. He gets rate limited every single day. Every day. But if there's really problems there, Gravity, let me know. I can have somebody peek. But I'm looking right now at replies, and I do see him posting. But, yeah, he probably had a window where he was just, couldn't do anything. Okay, so little sidebar, interesting story. A couple tweets at me yesterday. Bull out, man, I got to be so careful with what I say about the bull. Yeah, if he's not replying, it's got to be in those windows where he's rate limited. It's got to be that. Okay, you'll like this, guys. You'll like it. This kind of ties into Bull Alpha. It does, because I think he's getting in front of a much bigger audience. It's just happened organically, too. It's cool. So I got some tweets last night linking me to a new agent launched on Virtuals, right? Never heard of it. Had no idea why I was being tagged along with, like an AI thing. No clue. I had nothing to do with it. but multiple tweets about that, and then got tagged in Discord, and then got a DM, actually a few DMs, but one in particular from a pretty damn big influencer saying, "Hey, did you launch this? Is that yours?" And I peeked because I instantly knew what he was talking about because I saw the tweets. But I go and I look and just doing a little digging how I got linked. I still have no idea how I got linked to this thing. But I reply back, "No, dude, not mine." And then it hit me like a couple hours later. I'm like, "Oh my God, why am I not telling these people that the bull's out there too?" I'm like, the one you're saying is not mine, but the bull, that's kind of a different story. So the big influencer put the bull on his radar, and he was interested. He wanted a heads up when next stuff comes. It's a big name that's going to be good to have engaging in the bull ecosystem, whatever it is, go wherever that is leading. Good person to have involved with that. So honestly, just excited to get the bull in front of some people who kind of matter a lot in this space, who I picture being engaged next phase of the bull. It's pretty damn cool. So you're alpha for now. Get ahead of the rest of them. Get as much bull as you can. Why not? Why not? And expect some updates about the bull coming like really soon. It could be today, could be over the next few days. Hey, maybe it's a week or two off. I think it's really soon though, along with some much bigger plans. So there we go. Bag your bull, the bull AI. Fun stuff coming, man. All right, let's get into this macro market here to start. By the way, we do have Jay Squiggle coming up, second hour here. Talking art, we do have some art stuff to talk about today. Dude, it's all about to change. It's all about to change. And interesting, the change is already happening. Like, we feel it in the market, but we're hearing it with these rumors, with these, leaked little sound bites coming out of the Trump administration and little details coming out from kind of the SEC, getting a feel for where they're heading, where their head's at, what changes we have in store. But we know next week we're expecting some executive orders that are crypto-focused, SAB 121, right? We are expecting some kind of repeal or change there. But I think it extends much beyond that. It actually has a pretty big impact out there. Interesting little bit leaking yesterday. Trump's SEC overhaul to crypto policy might freeze enforcement actions. Guys, that's huge. My closeness to the cyberkongs, I have had a pretty good feel on how it's impacting projects, cryptos, building, just in general. Cosmos, I like that point. Brand it more related to CryptoSlam. There's a reason he is not. Maybe picture, God, again, I don't know what crosses the line of what I can and can't say. I'll just say this. Maybe the bull's just first. Maybe there's pecking order is the wrong word. Maybe there's some kind of hierarchy. Maybe he has a place in a broader AI ecosystem. And him being under the radar right now is pretty by design. It's pretty calculated. So there you go. You'll see as plans get revealed, you'll get a feel for what the bull is in the Slam saga. There we go. That's probably all I can say. But again, being so close to the cyberkongs, anybody who doesn't know, Henry the Great from the cyberkongs, on the Council of Kongs, core team, biz dev, community manager, kind of wears all the hats there. It's my younger brother. So throughout their battle with the SEC, I've been pretty aware of what's going on. Again, how they've been throttled, like just kneecapped. They can't. How do you build with the SEC scrutinizing everything and basically looking to end you? They were always holding out hope that Trump gets in office and puts an end to the enforcement actions. And there are rumors that might happen. And this is exactly what we're hearing now. Again, Trump expected to possibly freeze enforcement actions. For somebody like cyberkongs, after going through a year and a half of battling the SEC, to have that come to a screeching halt. Done. Imagine that. Just done. And of course, go after the guys who are committing fraud out there. Everybody wants that. The cyberkongs want that. We all want it. But the projects and cryptos and platforms, whatever, that it's just enforcement by... what's the term? What's the saying here? Enforcement by regulation by enforcement. Boom. I think that's it. That's right. Founder of Silk Road getting that pardon too. Right. It's going to be so good for us, guys. So good for us. to have this all frozen, thrown out, whatever, I am more bullish on crypto, Bitcoin, NFTs, everything happening here, not just because Trump likes Bitcoin, price is going to go up, but instead it's the regulatory framework. It's this crypto-friendly policy that lets people build. That's it. It's that simple. Bring the building back, and from working in this space for years now, I felt on the back end what that's like. 2020 and 2021. Look, I know it was pretty uncertain times back then too, but it did feel like the sky was the limit back then for what you can do building-wise. Go experiment, go play, go have fun. And very quickly we felt that, the weight of the SEC. We as in the broader Web3, kind of builder community. And to get past that, to truly feel like you can innovate and get creative and build things that we haven't seen before, we've been thinking about it for years. That's what's so special about this phase coming up. People are underestimating that. I think people aren't considering that enough. It's not just price goes up. It's what happens when you actually let people innovate. And man, you know what? Price follows that. It's going to get really cool. Ripple's CLO, Chief Legal Officer, also thinking, look, it's probably this whole case, this thing we've been battling for years, probably gone. It's probably over. Man, and that's exactly what we need. And I would imagine if Donald Trump is considering, and this is huge, man, creating a strategic reserve of Solana and Ripple and other U.S.-based tokens, yeah, that lawsuit, that attack on Ripple is probably going to come to a screeching halt. It has to. It has to. So here you see it, guys. This is massive news this morning. Sol, Ripple, there's quite a few other coins, 5, 6 coins, but U.S.-based tokens that are being considered for a strategic reserve. This is massive. So it's not just Bitcoin. Guys, incredibly bullish. Look at what this is doing for the crypto prices this morning. Specifically, we're going to look at Ripple here. But Bitcoin right now, you see it's still at 99K. So we did fall below 100K. Still looks great. ETH 3,300, but Ripple, take a peek at that. Look at that. Up almost 17% in the past 24 hours. Up almost 50% in the past 7 days. Conversation about Ripple's changed, right? It's changed over the past, let's say, month or two. Everybody's thinking different about Ripple. It's no longer this crypto you can clown. It's not that anymore. No, it's a very, very serious competitor to ETH. In fact, at this point, people are expecting a flippening. Ripple flipping ETH market cap, right? It's probably going to happen. The writing's on the wall. That's probably going to happen. Incredible to see. By the way, Solana $210 right now. Really looking good. We're really looking strong here. Really looking strong. Hey, Aaron. Dude, good shit. It's great having you here this morning. E-Rock, good morning. Don, good morning. Don, Jupe drop. I have not peeked at mine yet. 1,300. What's the price of Jupe? Trying to picture about what that's worth, but seems decent, man. Seems decent. But there you go, guys. This is the new all-time high for Ripple, and I think it's going to smash another. I'm sorry. I think $4 is a matter of when, not if. Basically, a 2x puts Ripple over ETH. It's really doable. It's really doable. That strategic reserve, man, that'll do it. Lemon, you ain't wrong there. Both XRP and Sol centralized, awful for crypto. Yeah, the magic part of crypto, I think it's kind of dead, to be honest, I don't love that, and I think we knew that. I think we all knew when mass adoption comes, so does like the punk rock spirit and the focus on decentralized tech. That kind of dies with it. Like never dead, right? There'll always be a very hardcore and very big community of people who are here for that. But I think we all knew when BlackRock's in, when everybody's in, it changes. The game's different, and we're at that time now. We are. But Ripple cooking again. Everybody's talking about it different. Everybody knows. I like this take from FFV. It's a normie coin. It is, and we've learned that lesson how powerful that is with meme coins, with something like Chill Guy on TikTok. If you get the normies in here, to his point, and this is the best part of his point here, there's so many more of them, guys. They outnumber us 10, 20 to 1, whatever the number is, man. Different game. Whatever those guys buy is going to be the coin. So Ripple makes sense as Probably the biggest coin of this cycle, depending on your metric here. All right, looking at ETFs yesterday, great day for the Bitcoin ETFs here. 755 million inflows, big day. Best day in a minute here. Hang on, let's see. Oh, best day since January 6th. Great to see though, man. It's been a week of outflows, so breaking that trend here. Big day of inflows though. Love to see it. On the ETH side, about 60 million inflows. So decent day for ETH. ETH still the laggard. ETH still, when you start talking about Ripple flipping it, things are different. They are. Now this year we're going to get more ETFs. Obviously, I think we're all assuming Ripple. I think we're all assuming Solana ETF. There's a great chance we see a meme coin ETF, like a Doge ETF this year. But this might actually come first, maybe. Talking about a Litecoin ETF. Here's Canary Capital amending their S1. And it might mean that they're actually far enough along in their process. Maybe they're getting feedback on their filing and making some changes. They could be closer than the rest to actually getting that ETF to go live. So there it is. Got a Bloomberg analyst thinking that Litecoin, it's the one. Most likely the next. Bullish. Actually, hang on. I want to peek. I want to peek at Litecoin price. I'm just curious if that moves the news. Yeah, there it is. 15% in the past 24 hours. Man, people love this news. They love it. Man, dude, so exciting out there, right? Okay, all those other coins, though. Again, Ripple, Solana, ETH, Litecoin, whatever. Whatever. Bitcoin, guys. I love this Michael Saylor post. I love it. The guy's amazing. There's no second best, and man, Bitcoin will be leading the charge here throughout this run. Right? We're hoping the U.S. has a strategic reserve of Bitcoin. It seems pretty clear that that's coming, but man, there's something much bigger happening here. On the world stage, there is going to be a fight over Bitcoin. There is. In a way, this is, at least the way Trump sees it, and I can see it through his eyes too. It's kind of a matter of national security in a way. And so, guys, it's going to be a race to accumulate around the world. It is. Here's Italy's largest bank prepping for Bitcoin demand over there from bigger clients. Who that is, I don't know. I don't care. It's a very obvious thing that's coming, and people preparing for it. Guys, everywhere. As I said, it's not just the United States. Countries around the world, look, there's 21 million Bitcoin. That's it. There's 21 million Bitcoin to go around, and there is no more. And when you run out of Bitcoin, sorry, but it's going to get pretty damn expensive for you to get a single coin for yourself. And that's why, guys, predictions for $5 million per coin in the next 20 years. That's why. It makes sense to me. I think it's coming. Volatility, ETH falling behind their upgrades. ETH falling behind their upgrades, haven't lived up to expectations. Too slow, expensive, all those things. SUI, yeah. USDT moving to El Salvador. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. No good news from ETH. Not really. They got their roadmap. They got some upgrades coming. ETH will be fine, but will they be fine in time to catch this cycle? I don't know. All right, now beyond different countries, different nations racing to accumulate Bitcoin, here in the States, again, a national strategic reserve of Bitcoin, but at the state level. At the state level, another mini fight, another mini battle to accumulate Bitcoin. Here is Texas Senator Charles Schwentner, a bill for a strategic reserve of Bitcoin for the state of Texas. Every state, expect the same story. We got a bunch of states already that already have bills, proposals for that. Expect a lot of this, guys, a lot of it. Spicy. And then finally on the Bitcoin front, but Coinbase, as of this morning, announcing they're bringing back their Bitcoin loan offerings here, guys. There you go. You got some Bitcoin, and I hope you do. And if not, man, don't. I hope. Okay, I try to usually speak for myself. I used to feel incredible FOMO about Bitcoin, not having any or not having enough. And I used to feel maybe a little jealousy too, and feeling like I'm gonna this is the FOMO part, feeling like I'm running out of time to get any of it. And there's feelings that come with that. I don't like that feeling. And I've at least advanced as a trader where I don't feel that anymore, and I've got almost no Bitcoin. Very, heavily allocated to ordinals and runes, and I think I'll end up with a few Bitcoin this cycle. Just you know how I'm trading. You know my thoughts in this space. I want to remind you guys, if you don't have Bitcoin, that should be your number one goal, is getting to a full coin as much as possible, but make a goal of getting into a full coin. And then keep in mind, I think the best way to get Bitcoin these days is trading ordinals, trading runes. I look at mining Bitcoin as that. I'm going to make a few Bitcoin this cycle from buying runes and ordinals. I think it's going to work. You're not too late, though. That's the point there with Bitcoin. And you will be soon, though, so get on that and come up with a strategy and find the best strategy for you to accumulate Bitcoin. And then final comment here, just macro market, where we're at. We looked at a chart yesterday, and I asked where we're at. Are we at the optimism? Are we at the thrill? Are we whatever, right? It's stories like this that help you feel out where exactly we're at, which is it's not that early right now. Plenty of run to go. Make no mistake. You guys know where I sit with that too. Plenty of room. I mean, we've got a year of cook ahead of us. But you start seeing something like this, Justin Sun, his Tron USDD 2.0. It's a stable coin, guys, with a 20% annual yield, which that's where things start getting a little That's stuff you see much deeper into the cycle. Free money, easy money, numbers that don't make sense. Right? These are things that are fueled by, hey, we're going to make so much money we can afford to do it. Don't worry, guys. It's kosher. We can afford because we're making this much. And yes, you're making that much in a bull market. Yeah, we know. But not a sustainable thing. B-Check with a great take here. Saw this, sold some assets. That is a sign. That is a signal for certain, steps in the along the way in a bull market. And he's right. This is bullish. And some of these Ponzi-nomics, they actually do work. Again, especially in this kind of market, it does work. Exploding up, it's a good analogy or a good way to put it. I like it. But that's a certain kind of feel that's like he's saying. It's one of those things that makes you realize we're not that early. Like that's a thing that happens kind of in the peak of the market. Enjoy it, though. That doesn't mean this is coming to an end at all. Not at all. But it's just a sign that we're deep enough in this, right? Yeah, guys throwing out Luna. Yeah, it's not reality. It is reality in a short time frame. Be careful. All right, looking at the NFT market, honestly, first thing that catches my eye here is look at the start of 2025. Look at not the biggest gain here, and this is looking at volume here, but certainly noticing that trend that we are heading exactly where we thought we would, which is just increasing volume starting this month. And that really usually carries over to February, March before we cool off. But doing exactly what I was thinking and hoping we would do. Here you see yesterday, 30 million in cross-chain sales. Sellers down, buyers down, transactions up, average sale price up. And then trade profits did finish barely finished positive yesterday. We'll take it. Today, well into the positive, 328,000. How are we looking on sales? So, yeah, 10 mil. About halfway through the 24-hour data period. Nothing that's got me shook here yet, but that's coming really soon, guys. It really is. We'll show you why. I'll show you why. There's some pretty interesting stuff happening. Your top collections here, Pudgy Penguins. Look at that, 500, almost 600% increase in sales, just over 2 mil. I think as we get closer to abstract, and I feel like that's close. I feel, you know what? I initially thought it'd be this week, maybe not now, but next week, pretty likely. Do we have a full week after that? Yeah, just about. Yeah, next week after, I think it's this month. I think we've at least gotten that. So Pudgy's cooking ahead of Abstract Chain and possible, most likely ABS token for Pengu holders, Pudgies, all that. We got Azuki. I don't want to say cooking. I mean, it's number 2, but there's some fun in that Azuki ecosystem. Floor price actually down to what it was post Anime Coin announcement. Right? Maybe not enough clarity with what they're building. Predictions for the token price, not good enough to make people want to stay here, especially when they can probably get in a doodle and get a few X's over there. Probably when you can get in a Pudgy Penguin and still get that ABS. There's a lot going on here, and Azuki not doing what people thought it would do. We also have D-Market up here. Skip the BRC20s. CryptoPunks. Keep your eye on punks, guys. Elementals, Guildigardian Heroes, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Courtyard Doodles, and then we'll push Lil Pudgies into the top 10. And, honorable mention for Quantum Cats. There we go. Look at that, guys. Your top NFT sale here in the past 24 hours. A beautiful freaking Hoodie CryptoPunk. Number 4940 selling for 150 ETH. Boom. $502,000. Big sale. Hoodie Punks, it's pretty much the most desirable trait in that collection. It is. It's not the rarest trait, but it's probably the most liked, right? You've got zombie punks, you have alien punks, you have things that are much more rare. But the Hoodie Punk is just like Web3 culture. It's NFT culture. And so those cook. Whirly Girl, good morning. And there you go. Somebody making a big old bet on a Hoodie Punk. $500,000. Love to see it. Just 3 other CryptoPunk sales. We've got a Pudgy Penguin in the top 5. Some Boo Bears moving. More Pudgies. A lot of Pudgies. Not seeing a lot of Bored Apes, guys. Well, you know what? I'll take that back. You've seen the Bored Apes, but look at it's just, you see the price difference here. 14, 15 ETH. Pudgy's still damn near 25 ETH. Game has changed. There you go. Just to see that a little closer, a little bigger. There's that awesome Hoodie Punk. He's nice. He's nice. GG's to whoever bought that. Nice punk. But, guys, keep your eyes out for more punk sales, man. We've got some offers starting to hit. In fact, I'm going to hop over to the Larva Labs website. I want to see if there's any other big offers out there. Or we could check the CryptoPunk spot here. It's probably a better idea. But here we go. Just about $1 million bid placed on this zombie punk. And, man, okay, a couple things I want to do. I want to peek at the last zombie punk sale. I want to see kind of ballpark where they sold at. Helps me feel out just, collector's headspace. All right, let me look back at the past, all time, and we'll see some zombie punks here. Okay, top sales. There you go. You see the alien punks are, it's the grails of the collection. Keep in mind, too, not even 12 months ago, we had 3 alien punk sales, 16 mil, 16 mil, 12 mil. Will we see an alien punk go this year? Hope so. The apes are really rare, too. I think aliens are the rarest, then it's apes, and then zombies. Okay, 4 years ago, a zombie for 6.5 mil. One for 5. I think these do go around a mil and a half now, but let's see. Yeah, all those zombies are 4 years ago. Let me find something a little more current. Again, just so we can ballpark this. 2 years ago. Here, I mean, this is a little better. 1.5 mil 2 years ago. Here's another 2 years ago. Have we? There we go. Okay, just over a mil. So let's say 1.1 mil. This is 9 months ago. So there we go. There's at least a little benchmark for us. Here's a zombie. Wow, a zombie Hoodie Punk. Wow. Okay, a zombie Hoodie Punk probably up there in let's say top 20 punks in the collection. But something like that. It's cheaper than the other zombie. For as desirable as that is, zombie plus hoodie, it should be more than 1.1 mil. But there you go. So again, we'll stick with that number, 1.1. It's about the last. It's probably around the price. We'll see one of these go, and if it goes higher, great sign. Great sign for punks. Gonna skim real quick. I just want to see if we have anything else here. Although I think we're getting too low. Well, shoot. Yeah. Okay, that's what we've got. 1.1 mil is our last couple zombie sales. We'll see what this one goes for. I have a feeling it'll move. But let's go to Larva Labs. All right, let's see what kind of offers we got out there. I'm just curious if we see some movement here. Here we go. Okay, some bids. Okay. We have a $2 million. Wow, let's peek at that. I don't know if that's a new bid. No, not new. That's been sitting out there a minute, it looks like. 650 ETH bid on this guy. Now it's 2.1 mil. This is that new bid, right? 300 ETH for that zombie punk. Aw, And these guys have a 0.01 ETH bid. Cute. Okay. Well, we'll keep our eyes out for these, specifically the zombie punk. But let's see if he's gotten more bids, or actually if he's been transacted to see if somebody would even bite. Let's see. Okay, this may be sold. Okay, a year and a half ago. Yeah, a year and a half ago last time this sold. Yeah, we'll keep our eye. We'll see if somebody's looking to maybe flip this bad boy. Would be taking a loss in ETH, 684K, but up in USD. There you go. Somebody's pricing it in USD, as I think people should. I do. I think they should. Cosmos. I see that. Oh, man. NFT Cutie, good morning. Why would Yuga sell IP when they're banking? I kind of think it's a good question, Volatility. I kind of think it's a gesture to the NFT community. I kind of think it's that, right? Say, we respect you guys. We're not going to fuck with punks. It's giving punks back to the community, which is what I think they would do. I think that's why. Look, they know they can't do anything with it. They know they can't build. They can't do any kind of art drops, anything around the crypto punks, right? So it's like, give it away. Give it away. If they can make their money back or make some money in the process, even better. Give it to the community, earn some goodwill. I think that's why. I don't think they care about money so much because I think they got so much of it, but, it's a factor for sure. But I think they're just looking to, do something for the community. That's my read into it. All right, so we got the CryptoPunk sales. Guys, we saw a bunch of CryptoPunk sales earlier in the week. Keep your eyes on that, man. Keep your eyes. There we go. 140 ETH bid on this hoodie punk. Yeah, I mean, punks are about to get pretty active. You can feel it, right? You can kind of feel that bubbling up, as is art. There we go. We've been watching for this almost I look every day. We talk about it when there's movement, but XCopy art is one of those leading indicators. It's CryptoPunk sales. It's XCopy art. Here's a big XCopy sale. This is an edition of 10. It's a pretty high price for an edition, but it's called Mortal. 225 ETH. What is that? 600-something thousand bucks. Big sale. Big sale. Big time indicator, guys. When punks start moving and when XCopy art starts moving, it's go time for the rest of the NFT scene. It is. So here you go. This went to Squidda, work in progress. Brings that XCopy into his collection. I'd love to peek at his collection, by the way. It's a major piece. That's a major move. And, Jay Squiggle will comment on this later today. But these things are about to get much more expensive than people realize. If you're in the space and you know XCopy and you know the art stuff, you know that that's probably a deal, right? These are going to be, at some point, in collectors' hands. They're never going to leave again. Or maybe they don't for 10 years. The guys that are collecting these are collecting them like Raoul Pal says. You hold these for a decade, and, man, you watch it appreciate because art appreciates, and you watch it appreciate because the price of, well, in this case, ETH also appreciates. Dude, gigabrain play right there, I think. Not the only big art sale, though. Actually, that piece, by the way, I think like 700,000 in that range. But yeah, not the only big sale. Another major indicator here, guys. Another lost Robbie found a new home here today. This is incredible. This one, Benji acquired 200 ETH. This one, 685,000. These, like XCopies, are going to find homes, and they're not going to move for a long time. These go in like permanent collections. These go to your kids. These are generational. They are. We throw around historic so casually here, and these actually are. These are historic. And they were free. By the way, these were free, given away at a super rare event with Christie's. This is back in, I think, 2018. Do we have a date here? I think it's 2018. And they're called the Lost Robbies because most of them are actually lost. People never claimed them. They threw away, the little drive they had that had some kind of, instructions, whatever, to claim it. Most of these are lost. And so these truly are grails. It's an AI art piece, so very early on-chain art. Checks the box for historic because it's early crypto art. Checks the box because it's early AI art. This is one of the grail of grails of grails. Special piece, big sale, big time leading indicator of what's about to come here. Truly is, guys. And this is it. I'm saying it here. Earlier in the week, 27 punks in a 24-hour period. Couple big sales more recently. Again, the $500,000 hoodie punk now, the $1 million bid on the zombie punk, and now these major art sales. It's coming. It's coming. I think, man, it's probably Abstract and Barachain launching that really kicks NFTs into high gear. But dude, it's here. It's here. This is part of the NFT run. It's the beginning of it, though. Look at those, dude. Dude, oh my God, hang on. I got to get that comment. Luna, dude, yes. I always thought that, dude. It always looks like a chicken leg or something. It does. And I think, too, I got to ask Jared again. I feel like he says he doesn't, love the look of Lost Robbies. I think he said that. Or maybe I'm thinking of another collection, but they're kind of ugly. They are. Actually, I think they're really cool looking. It actually reminds me of, what's his name? Like Quibin? Quibin? Let me find him. He's got these yeah, I'm going to find his art because it's really great. I would love for you guys to see. Oh, there he was. There he was. By the way, Tezos art's going to come roaring back to life too. Abso-freaking-lutely. All right, I'm going to show you his art because there's just something that reminds me. Right? There's something there, right? Kubibi. I think that's it. There's something. His art is so freaking fantastic. And last cycle, dude, worth a lot. His art sells for a lot. Got a new one on Tezos. He's got some ETH stuff. But that's an artist to be paying attention to, by the way. If you think there's going to be an art meta this cycle, and I'm one of them, I do think so. He's definitely an artist to be watching. By the way, guys, keep me updated on Bitcoin prices throughout the show because I'm not looking often. You see some big movement. We pop back over 100K. Drop it in the chat, please, sirs and ma'ams. Man, just peeking over some spicy stories out there, man. It's getting spicy out there. Anyway, big art sales, big run coming. Just be ready. And I got to shout out Confusion. Fucking awesome, dude. He makes a really good point here. I hadn't really considered this. I hadn't. Maybe I don't know if he's right per se, but it's got me thinking there could be something there. Okay, if like we were talking about, strategic reserve, U.S.-based tokens considered for a strategic reserve, maybe that meta becomes a thing. That could be a thing. That could. We latch on to the stupidest narratives here. And so if that does become reality, maybe some U.S.-based NFT projects maybe cook. Maybe. That said, I feel like most of the NFT projects are based in the States. Can you guys help me out? Give me by giving me an example of like a big NFT project that is not based in the States? Because now that I think about it, I can't think of any. Memeland. Memeland's a good example of one that's not based in the States, I don't think. But who else? I can't think of anything beyond Memeland. There's definitely some, by the way. There are, but who would that be? Because otherwise, it just feels like it's all U.S. based or largely. Volatility, yes, sir, dude. Trump rumors, those little leaks coming out that Trump considering no taxes on U.S.-based cryptos too. Incredible. Would be cool if they lump Bitcoin in there too, right? Let's claim Satoshi. Actually, Trump should do that. Trump should just, like he does, just run with something, run with a narrative. He should literally just say, "Hey, Satoshi's an American. We claim him. No tax on Bitcoin," right? And if you do that, if Trump comes out and says, "No, he could lie. He could say we know who Satoshi is. He's an American citizen, so we're not going to tax Bitcoin." Knowing it's bullshit, but like do that. Pretty fucking cool. Yeah, but volatility, yes, that'll be a cook, man. Erock, hang on, let me see your comment. Founder is Dutch. Who's that? Who are we talking about? I like that volatility. I like it. Christian, that's good. But I think Wrecked guy, I believe, and I could be wrong here, but I thought is registered maybe in Delaware. Maybe I just pulled that out of my ass too. But that's a good point. That's a really good point. True. Puppets. Puppets. Oh, they're Dutch. Okay. I thought it was French. Cool shit. But speaking of puppets, look, this is added. This is like nothing to do with anything, but hang on. I love Top Lad. You guys know who I'm talking about? I'm like a Top Lad stan. You know who I'm talking about? Guy cracks me the fuck up. I love this guy. Wank Father. You guys know him? He got suspended back in December. And I miss seeing his tweets. I had no idea he had an alt account. So like putting it on your radar. If you like the guy, he's got an alt. He's here. He's been tweeting for the past couple months under this account. Wanky, W4NKIE. I fucking love that guy. He's fucking hilarious. There you go. Volatility, what's that about? Binance MetaMask. And also Bitcoin 97? Really? Did we have some, wow. Did we have jobs? There were some numbers dropping today, and I don't remember what it was. It was either jobs or unemployment, same thing, right? I think we had some news today on that front. Is that right? Let me peek at that. I thought there's something coming. And that is something that has impacted the market, like PPI, like CPI, right? Ooh, I see a really good take from OSF. I'm going to put up here shortly because, believe it or not, we're going to do some AI talk today. Shocking, right? Shocking. Anyway, he's back. Okay, I'm going to look at some floor prices. Been a minute since we did. God, I got to get this pace going, man. I just looked at the time, and I got so much to get to still. Jay Squiggle in 10 minutes. Let me drop him a link just to get ready. I'm always late getting that to him like a fucking asshole. By the way, anybody who didn't see, I'm gonna bring us back full circle. Got a Nintendo Switch 2 announced this morning by Nintendo. Cool shit. And on Saturday, we're gonna see a real footage of a UFO. I'm dead serious. On Saturday, we have a high-ranking Special Force officer who's going to be putting out footage of a UFO crash retrieval. For real. For real. I love that stuff. You know what you guys know. I love it. I buy it. I do. I think there's... I buy it. For the first time ever, we're going to get some real deal footage from it. This is, again, a high-ranking official with high security clearance, also backed up by others who... or under him also have that security clearance that are vouching for this guy. We're getting UFO footage on Saturday. Saturday night, 8 p.m. I'm shilling it like it's my shit, but it's exciting. There's a lot of stuff changing here in the world. 8 p.m. Eastern time Saturday night. It's on like Newsmax or News Nation or something like that. Incredible. We got crazy tech, guys. We really got crazy tech out there. Oh, that's it. Volatility. That's a good point. Cardano, Polygon, Solana. Wait, Solana I thought is US-based, but only based on what people are saying today. All right, let me move. I got to move. What am I doing? Quantum Cats, maybe. Well, not even maybe. We are getting closer to Taproot Wizards. We are. Udi tweeting about it. Look, it's just either a tweet for engagement or maybe he's dropping a little hint. But, guys, it's coming. It's coming this cycle. It is. It's Taproot Wizards going to be the hottest PFP in all of NFTs. And, by the way, AIXBT will be rocking a Taproot Wizard. Just so you know. AIXBT will be rocking a Taproot Wizard. The biggest AI KOL is going to tweet about and rock a Taproot Wizard. And probably a Quantum Cat leading up to it. I'm telling you, you're not bullish enough on Quantum Cats right now. You're not. And so Udi putting this out, again, I assume everything's fake. This might be an old screenshot, just engagement farming, or maybe people are really delisting. And I will tell you this. Look at how low prices are across ordinals. Look at that. Based Angels almost down to 0.01. Puppets at 0.1. Node Monks at 0.1. Look at Runestone's 0.004. Look at how low these prices are going. Let's see if we got any other little benchmarks. Look at. I almost thought that was Bitcoin Frogs, and it shook me for a sec there. Frogs 0.02. Look at how low this stuff's getting, though. Fukahedrons, which I really like a lot still, but also down. And then look at Quantum Cats. At 0.33, dude, unbelievable that price they're maintaining. And then I just want you to picture when ordinals changes, when rotation of Bitcoin happens. It's going to happen, no doubt. In fact, I will say again, I know people are underestimating Bitcoin. It's not just that Bitcoin's going to do well when all of NFTs does well. No, it's that Bitcoin is going to have its first bull market. It has never had a bull market before. And these prices are going to be, well, you know what they're going to do? When Bitcoin is the strategic reserve currency here in the States, right? We've got our big old pile of Bitcoin. We are trying to buy, 200,000 Bitcoin a year. When other nations are doing the same, right? When that happens, and then you start looking at Bitcoin collectibles is what they are. The most premium, the rarest, most exclusive collectibles anywhere on chain, they will be looked at that. They will have a premium because of that. When that happens, the prices you're seeing here are going to absolutely melt faces. I stand by the predictions of 2 Bitcoin floors on those top collections. I really think there's a possibility where it's much higher than that. And I mean it, much higher. Something really stupid's about to happen. Now, when that shift comes to Bitcoin, and that's either just the initial, just kind of it pumps with the rest of the market, but also picture when it separates, when it does something different, because Bitcoin is different. Look at Quantum Cats 3 times higher than the other top tier NFT collections. There's something really, really big happening here. I'm bullish on Quantum Cats, obviously. I've got one. But I got that one because I see it, and it's different. And, man, it is going to be... I got to imagine the most valuable NFT in NFTs. I got to imagine at some point it probably flips punks. I believe that. If it's not Quantum Cats, it's Taproot Wizards for sure. But I do think Quantum Cats might do that. These guys down bad. Also, not cheap, $10,000 floor price. These guys down bad, and there's Quantum Cats still sitting at 0.33. Almost $33,000 when we're basically at our low. I mean that. We're basically at the almost all-time lows for these. Puppets at their lowest got to 0.05, 0.06, and that was really briefly. But, man, anything under 0.1 is incredibly low for these things, incredibly low, and we're there. This is like almost bear market levels, really low, and there's Quantum Cats at 32,000. Boy, oh boy. All right, thinking what I want to do because I am running out of time. Oh, I got to hit AI. I do want to go floor prices. We'll have to do that tomorrow. There's a quick look at least, but AI. All right, AI, huge recovery, right? Down bad earlier in the week. 11 bill market cap for that broader ecosystem. OMB, by the way, shout out to OMB who are also going to cook. Yep. If, by the way, those NFTs or those ordinals get to those levels, 0.07, and you got to do anything you can to get in those. You got to. You have to. QD, I agree. I think Quantum Cats are... I know people make that argument. It's OMB. I get it. But Quantum Cat's different. It's crazy. Do everything you can to get in that ecosystem. I'm telling you, especially if you're new, guys, your biggest objective needs to be getting Bitcoin, and because of that, it means you need to get into ordinals. All right, AI agents. 11 bill market cap earlier in this week, all the way up to an all-time high here of over 18 bill in just a few days. That shows you guys how explosive that ecosystem is, how badly people want these AI agent tokens, and man, do they want them. So massive gain here over just the past few days. Still kind of tip of the iceberg, guys. I still believe the AI agents easily 100 bill market cap, but I think higher. I think it gets higher. I think 150 is in play. I think 200 crazy is in play. I still think one of these AI tokens becomes a top 10 crypto. And I think this cycle, maybe next cycle, but it's going to happen. All right, the AI 16Z are actually more accurate here. Eliza Studios guys, dude, it's not just the agents and stuff they're into, man. They are launching, dude, very cutting edge stuff. As long as you got momentum and you got the money and you got these kind of like cracked devs, man, pedal to metal. Everything. Go wild. Get at the cutting edge of all this and keep pushing and pushing. I imagine all this like Coke fueled, right? Like I imagine it's pretty fucking crazy behind the scenes in this world. I imagine it's just like the stories you hear about FTX. I believe, I'm pretty fucking sure, and I'd bet on this, that the same thing, the same environment's going on behind the stage with these guys. I'm sure of it. I think these guys are going fucking hard. We got robots coming, man. Oh, wait, you can't hear this. Hang on. Oh, whatever. No, I'll get a copyright strike. It's like an awesome freaking Nirvana cover. No, you need to hear it. Come on, dude. It's so freaking cool. It's so fucking cool. I'm glad. I like these guys pushing that direction. I really do. Oh, we got Jay Squiggle here early. I'm going to, well, not right on fucking time. I can bring you up? Yeah, cool. Bro, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
These guys are
sheer
nuts,
entertainment sitting in backstage, man. I love it.
It's funny, dude. These guys are nuts. Like, they're nuts in the best way. Also, I really do get like SBF FTX vibes with the whole AI 16Z Eliza stuff. Am I crazy for feeling that?
I don't follow it too closely, but it's starting to hit like maximum like attraction because I was just in Collector's Corner Discord, being like, "Do I need AI 16Z or is like what am I missing here?" So,
dude, so like crazy prediction, but I think one of these AI coins enters like top 10 cryptos, like that big, right? That fucking big. And I've got AI 16Z circled just for now as the one that can do that. To me, it's like the clear leader. So I
it
think
seems
AI
to
16Z is 20
have
mil.
hit max traction. You know what I'm saying? Like it just there seems to be something there that's it has no momentum. As an outsider, somebody who's not like into the AI or meme coin thing on a daily basis, it has a greater traction than I've seen in some others. That, as much as I hate to say it, fart coin. It just it seems to like, you know, everything from like the meme of like farts are funny, and it's something that like everybody can relate to, whether you choose to admit it or not, right? It's I was talking to the Collector's Corner Discord, and I was just like, I have a stale bag of whiff, and it's like, you know, I'm like, it's not to say it doesn't bounce back. It feels like it's stale, and the attention's gone. So I was like, where, you know, if I'm gonna, it's part of my degen bag, right? Like it's like I expect it to go to zero, but like let's hope that it doesn't. So like, what can I do instead of just sitting on my hands? Like, where can I pivot to that will give me at least a fighting chance of some returns? And it was an overwhelming AI 16Z and Fartcoin.
Nice. Oh, do you got a little baggie of AI 16Z too now?
No, so there's three things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pivot some of my Solana bag in out of Sol and just go a little bit further out on the risk curve. I think it's about that time. So I'm gonna do the AI agent that you and I have been discussing. I'm gonna do some Fartcoin, and then I'm gonna also do some AI 16Z.
freaking love it. So, spoiler, that agent is Naval. I got a little Naval comment today. I think it's Naval, right? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like it, dude. I really do. By the way, John Ireland, dude, I can't pin the comments. Like, I can't show them on screen, which is annoying. We're still working on figuring out how to do that. But the $5 super chat, dude, thank you very freaking much. Really appreciate that. Awesome of you. So thank you, sir. And then, because I didn't announce him, let me properly announce. We're joined by Jared Paz. Pause. There we go.
So it's gonna be weird. My real last name is very complicated. It's Ukrainian, and prior to 3 years ago, nobody knew where the Ukraine was. Sad but true. And phonetically, it's hard for like people to pronounce it. So I just always went by Paz, like growing up. So that's how it ended or started.
There it is. All right. Well, here with us today, joins every Thursday, has an incredible art project, 8nap. We're going to talk about that. He's got a big drop coming up. Excited to chat about that too. Let me blitz through a couple other quick headlines, wrap up the AI thing, and then we got a lot of art to get to. That robot, I just want to give a heads up. They really are launching a robot. It really is $420,000. And I bet you they'll sell a few. I bet you they will. So just, that's coming. Probably not for any of us, but if you do it, GG's, that's pretty fucking cool. It's wild, dude. What else we got? Story protocol, royalties with these AI agents. Like the AI agent thing is about to get very spicy. It's already spicy, but it's about to do something else, guys. I will cover this tomorrow, AI Accelerate, but a lot of fun over the weekend about this. You guys are well aware. We did finally get an update from them, and the market liked it. This thing bounced to 120 mil market cap. I think its low got to about 70 mil, so they're going to be fine. They're going to be just fine. In fact, I'm still looking at that as a pretty interesting opportunity. Again, we'll cover AI Accelerate tomorrow. Naval, it's a quick comment. This is not... Look, this doesn't move the needle with the Naval agent and token yet, but it's a comment about Naval, the man who the agent's trained on, who is looking at AI. He sees it. He knows. He's aware that Borden, whoever his partner was building this, made an agent. It was done with his blessing. He's going to tweet about it, guys. And he tweeted about an AI crypto right here, almost 500,000 views. I think he's going to tweet about the agent built off of him that he is already aware of. Again, he gave it his blessing. It's not financial advice, but the Naval token for the Naval agent, I think it's going to get some eyeballs on it. And that's it. I think that thing's at like a 3-4 mil market cap too. Let's get Virtuals FUD. Jupiter airdrop. The wallet checker was live yesterday. I see some comments about that being kind of a KYC. You have to create a profile. Of course, they're going to log your IP when they do that. So heads up about that. I've not done it yet, but probably worth doing, I guess. So putting that on your radar. Pump Fund facing some legal action. If you lost money on Pump Fund, which 99.6% of people did, I guess. I don't know. Class action lawsuit, maybe. Stupid. And then Cato. I'll kill this here with Cato. But okay, you guys seeing tons of talk about Cato. People, it's like a SocialFi platform. Tweet. You get these Yap points. They are doing a token drop, and it's probably not going to be nothing. So you're seeing people tweeting a lot about it, guys. And it does seem to be smarter than other social platforms. As in, it's not all tweets are created equal. It has to be a good tweet. It has to have engagement from good accounts. That's the most important part where they measure smart followers. So if you're botting your stuff, those aren't smart followers. They're not going to help your score over there. But you get Whale, or you get, I don't know, Beanie, or you get Jared, like somebody who is probably classified as a smart person on X. If they engage with your tweet, like it, reply to it, retweet it, whatever, that counts. There's something there. I kind of like it. I also think it's worth watching this, which is Hunter Orwell pointing this out. Abstract, no partnership announced with Cato yet. Like Anime Chain did have a partnership with Cato. You would think Abstract would want that hype, right? Unless they're building out their own platform or system just like that. And we've been speculating that that's what's happening too. Incentivize content creators, incentivize the tweets, all that stuff. You do it native on your platform. I'm sorry, that's just win-win and win for us too. So wins fucking everywhere there. Be aware of that. I think there's going to be all kinds of earning opportunities for content creators on freaking Abstract. Good shit. Let's do some art talk, man. Let's do some art talk. Dude, I hate that now on Thursdays. Well, it's every day of the week. You've noticed our time has changed. We used to have like a solid hour, and now we've got a
Yeah.
meeting at 9:30. So I want you to direct what you want to get to first. If it's 8nap and your upcoming drop, or if there's some big art stuff you want to talk about first.
Oh, we can talk about the big art stuff. To me, with the market ripping or starting to rip, or at least having the conviction, and you kind of like flashed it up with RD, there was two major sales announced yesterday, but Mortal, which is arguably one of the best editions by XCopy, or at least it's one of the most beloved. That's for sure. It's an edition of 10, but it sells for 225 ETH, as you can see on screen, which is incredible. And I think that it reminds me of this post that Cosimo did in his Medici Minutes that talked about editions versus one-on-ones. And some of the editions, he points out historically, he have either sold for as much, not in the NFT space. He harkens it all the way back to the traditional art space. And look, I don't know who's listening, and if you have 225 ETH just lying around to go buy one of these things, but I think that you can extrapolate it to, outwards and scale it to your own collection accordingly. And the what he showed with this, it was a statue or a sculpture of a giraffe or something, but like it was an edition of 6, and 5 of them were in institutions. Like one had been gifted to some like random museum in Iowa, but then the other was like the MoMA, the LACMA, like you start going down the list, and all of a sudden it was like revered as this like amazing piece, and there's only one in private hands. So it was trading like a one of one. And I forget, one of the art billionaires, I can't remember which one, bought it for something like $200 million, or it was like something absurd. And it was interesting how it's an addition, but it's trading like one of one because there's only one commercially available. But there's like this like asymmetric return. If you can break out past a certain point, the notoriety of it becomes much higher, right? Because now you have 5 copies being seen at these institutions and being revered by those who get to see it, but yet only one that's like physically like able for possession. So I thought it was a really interesting concept, and I think with some of these XCopy editions, you're starting to see that. I think Mortal just cemented itself there, and then there was Less Selfie, which is my favorite XCopy edition. They're selling for as much or more than most one-of-ones, and it's a really interesting concept. I bring that up because it's a lot of money, but like it's also like, like what other editions from somebody out there that like, I mean, it's no secret, like I love Delta Sauce, right? I think he's amazing when it comes to nostalgia. Like to me, he's got that kind of like corner on the market for like digital art nostalgia, and like he's got some really great editions out there, and they're like really accessible. I'm not saying he's going to be the next XCopy by any stretch, but like, are there pieces out there that have like a deep resonance with somebody that are going to be, able to ascend into that, like, hey, this is good, and now everybody, like these 20 other people, they all feel like it's good too, and so that's a really intriguing concept to me.
It
And then
happens
there's,
when
like,
he's got collectors like you who feel that way about him, right? That is the most important ingredient there. People who see that special little thing, and when they get there, when they collect, they don't let it go.
and yeah, I mean, I have some of my, like, you had a views up on, and I have pieces that I've collected that I'm just like never gonna let go. But then you start to realize, like, the cabal, whatever you want to call it, are starting to collect certain people, and it's like, oh, like here's your opportunity. If you can't buy this, you can buy that. It's a really interesting dynamic. But and then if you go back to RD screen, like you're seeing this like run on Lost Robbies. I think you and I talked about it a couple weeks ago. And again, it looks like a burnt turkey leg. Like if you go to Disneyland and you get that little turkey leg, the turkey leg shack, like that's what it looks like, right? Like it's not attractive art, but like there's only about 52 of them. There's an allure to it. I mean, you can see Jedi paid 700 grand arguably, and I think somebody just paid up even more, almost like close to $1 million for this. Like, so
Damn.
they're like, in the 600 grand one a couple weeks ago was Raoul Paul. So like, I mean, I was all over this like 6 months ago. Like you could just feel the excitement building around these. And again, like I am not going to sit here and tell you like that's the most beautiful art. I'd love to have it on my wall. If I put it on my wall, I think most people would like vomit before they like bow down to it. But it's the you can just start to see these things are people are loosening up the purse strings and they're starting to. I mean, a Lost Robbie was selling for 300 grand like a year ago, and
That's
again
crazy.
it's doubled. It's doubled, right? Like so, it's like oh like whatever like XYZ coin has more than doubled, but I think that there's the thing that's really interesting to me is you're seeing the reason why I bring this up is you're seeing a really intense supply constraint. And I really think over the next 4 years, some of these quote unquote grail pieces will be truly unobtainable because the people who have them don't want to let them go. Or the one, you know, like an additional mortal, the one of the 10 who's willing to let it go is going to be for some absurd price. And you're going to have to pay up. So,
Man, freaking Grail. And it's Grail season. So we mentioned before you came on, like leading indicators, it's a run on punks and it's a run on art just like this. X copy's the thing that I always look for first, but then you get these inserted there too. You get the historic stuff, which there is some historic stuff out there. That is one of them.
yeah, and you're talking about AI agents and AI coins. I think AI art is going to have this ancillary effect. I've mentioned it before. I still think like if you can't pay 700 grand for a burnt turkey leg, like I think still to this day there's something called a line draw. It has like a really great historic narrative to it. It's something that I'm again not financial advice. I'm not saying go. It's ALIGN and then just draw one word. Oh, there it is at the top. And again, for 1.35 ETH, I think it's still a lot of money. Still, you're looking at $6,000 or whatever it is. And again, the story behind again, now you're looking at it going like, Jared, this isn't any better than a burnt turkey leg.
I love them.
This is a pixelated approach, and I think it ties into like pixelated punks, pixelated 8-bit stuff, or 16-bit. But the cool thing about this is historically, it's the first ever text to image project, and the dude who developed it, I think he was like at MIT or something. Like these are his actual outputs, and Fellowship was able to like capture it and put it on blockchain. So it is retroactive, but like I mean, it was created in 2015, right? Like it's not like everybody was like minting NFTs to document it. And I feel like there's a really interesting narrative around this, and there's like different levels of it. So that to me is like, you know, you want provenance, you want something that like is quote unquote historic and AI. Like there's like once people figure it out, I think that there'll be something really exciting about this one.
Dude, that's a strong narrative. I don't know if I caught that the last time you brought this up, that it was, and I know you said it, just maybe it didn't click, the first text to image. That's pretty freaking huge.
Dude, so as I was like, because when I found these, I was working with Delta, and we were talking about different mid journeys and like the advantages of text to image, and you know, he was telling me all of his like not all, but some of his secrets about how he prompts, and I was like, oh wow, this is the future, right? Like we're gonna have movies that nobody touched, and it's purely like I don't know when it is, but I know there's gonna be some 13-year-old who's like a creative genius and does some sort of like text or like verbal to movie that's gonna be like this breakout hit, and everybody's gonna like, I know it's coming.
Yep.
So I was like, man, this is a thing, and like to be historic, I want to position myself accordingly. Dude, these things were minting for 0.1 ETH, which is fair, right? But it was open for like a day, and I remember minting. I minted from a number of different wallets, and I was just like, am I crazy? And then I kept buying them because I was buying like there's a prompt. My wife's favorite animal's an elephant. There's like a prompt that's like, or metadata trait that's like elephant in a grass field, and I just think there's just fun ones. It's like an airplane on a surfboard. I mean, just like stupid shit that you're like, why, you know? Like who, like when you're like, hey, let's see what we could do text to image. Like why was this the thing that came to mind? But I thought so I started collecting around them, and dude, I just kept buying them, and I'll have to go back and find it. There's a tweet I have about like must have been what it was like for people minting chromie squiggles when you're jumping up and down. Like, why doesn't anybody see this? But yeah, I mean, like you can see they had this like full exhibition around it. I mean, they brought it to Trad Art. Those ones of 8 pieces are something called a paper set So
That's
they're like
so cool.
they're super limited, and like the one in the middle that's like blue with the red dots right there. I forget what the actual prompt is, but like I know the guy who bought it like super early on, but he was it was again collector's corner premium. Like the guy who bought it was in there, and he's like, Jared, you have to check these out. And I was like, oh great, another pixelated thing. And he, all of a sudden it was like, no, here's the narrative. And I was like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, okay.
oh yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense then. Like, never mind. So yeah, but anyways, I'm like going off on it, but the 1.35 is historically about where it bounces. It's kind of like a good support system. I think that if you are in the market for some AI art exposure, it's a really good play. If you're obviously things can go down, but I think the downside risk versus the upside potential here is it's the risk reward is something that's favorable in my opinion, and it's something that I'm paying attention to. So I absolutely love it.
Dude, I'm like chomping at the bit for like I'm parked and stuff, and I can't wait for it to cook so I can rotate to art. And I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing. And God, I hope it's timed right where it happens, because I need in there. I need it in a chromie squiggle, and some of these are things I need to get in, not to play the flippy game, but they're just things I want in the collection, and I don't want to miss them. It's like the V1 Punk. I got it, and I don't want to flip that ever. I want to just keep that as like my memento or whatever. And some of these things are exactly that too.
Yeah, I legit I think the next 3 months. So I have two mental models that I'm working right now, and just based off charts and stuff. I think that the market cooks for the next 3 months, and it's like April's the high, or my man crush Raul Paul is right about liquidity, and there's a correction, and then it just rockets into the end of the year, kind of like the 2017 bull market. At which point it's going to be like just absolutely crazy. And I'm curious to see what that rotation looks like. I mean, you're seeing a lot of people. Like, here's the thing that's like really bananas to me. Those who are astute to it can tell. The second some of these guys get high-end art, they take a loan out against it. And you might be like, why are they taking loans out against it? Because they take USD loans out, and then they invest in crypto. All you have to do is like, usually like LTV is like a loan to value ratio is like 50%. So all you have to do is like only double your money in Web3, and you're like, they paid for their art, which is insane to think about. Like it's a there's a it's a very inefficient system, and people are capitalizing on that system right now, myself included, right? Like I just took a loan out on, you could probably track my wallet and see, like I have some chromie squiggles and line draws out on loan, and I loan them out, and I take the loan in USDC. I mean, the other day, like I bought crypto, and I'm up 30% in 3 days.
Damn.
Like, it's just like, at some point you're like, this is awesome, right? And I think that's gonna contribute further to the supply constraint for these digital assets, because people are gonna say, why should I sell and have a taxable event? I'm just gonna tap into the liquidity. And there's people who, I mean, I won't mention their names, they've said it publicly, but like who have bought houses because they, or like instead of going to a bank, they'll take a USDC loan on a punk and like use that as the down payment, and then like get a HELOC to pay it back. It's like the people are getting like absurdly creative with this, and I think that is something that most people haven't factored into the mix yet. Is this concept of like the wealthy? And I've had the fortune of working for a couple billionaires. They don't sell stuff. Like Jeff Bezos doesn't go, hey, I need a new $200 million yacht, I'm going to sell Amazon stock. He doesn't sell it because that's a taxable event. He goes to some agency and says, hey, can I take a $200 million loan out against this $400 million worth of Amazon stock as collateral? And he uses that. It's brilliant. And like, I think that the people collecting the X copies and the Lost Robbies and the punks are either in that world or adjacent to it, and they're starting to deploy it. I mean, I use Gandhi and Arcade. Like, they're just two amazing platforms that, and there's gamification to both of them, and it's like, it's mind blowing to me. Like, once people start to realize that, like, not only can you participate in the crypto market, but you can also leverage your art to access more liquidity to do that. And now, full disclosure, there's loan durations. If you don't pay it off, like you lose your asset. So like you have like it's not like, oh, there's free money everywhere. You're just like swimming in it. Be smart about it. But like like a couple months ago, like Seed Phrase took a $2.7 million loan out against his 7-trait punk.
Yep.
A week later, he's like, I'm up 50%.
Bonkers. Dude, you
Fucking
get
guy
me.
just made 1.3 million. I mean, who knows if it's actualized or like theoretical, but like 1.3 million. I mean, this is insane. And this is something he like I forget what he paid for it, but he paid like $100,000 or something for a 7-trait punt.
That's wild.
Maybe less. And now he's using it to as collateral, and like it's insane. And like I have the fortune of like chatting with him in the past, and it's like I kind of know like where his brain leads to, and it's like it's insane to think that like these pieces of art are gonna, or they can be a vehicle for additional financial freedom. And I'm just playing around with it. Like it's not. I didn't take out more than I could like afford to. Like even if like what I am investing in went to zero, I still have enough capital to like cover it because I don't want to lose it. But I was talking to somebody yesterday. I was like, dude, the PFP that I use, my bold squiggle, I was like, I think the market's ripe enough now. I'm like, maybe I do take a 90 or 180-day loan. If I could double or triple the money in that time, spot Ethereum, spot Bitcoin, spot Solana. Like, I don't know, man. It just feels like it's not a bad place to be right now.
Yeah, I had to peek at that squiggle again. Dude, you saying that stuff just always reminds me that it's a small, but there's another part of this space that plays a different game. A really smart game. No part of that I've ever played, and I want to, but it's a good reminder that there is another game, and it's probably worth learning how to play it. Because
I think that over the long run, it's going to contribute to this really, really parabolic. And again, is it next year or this year or 10 years from now? I think it's more of the 10 years than now, but I think it's going to impose a huge supply constraint because, like, why sell a punk when again, I know people who have these punk loans. Like, why when you can access it for, 25, 50 grand? And the APRs right now are pretty high. That's the thing, is like the APRs are high because the market's inefficient. They can get away with higher APRs. But you're playing in crypto where like you pay 20% APR and you're in a market, doubling or tripling. Why not? Anyways, we didn't talk much art, but I'd be remiss if a buddy, Sheldrick, is releasing on Foundation. It's SHELDRICK. Post photo. It's a collection named Empire next Monday. And so Empire is releasing, and it's on January 20th, which is Trump's inauguration. It's intended to be that. Like, I just think that there's like and I haven't gotten excited about a lot of art outside of 8nap in a long time, and this is one that I really like because what he did is he went and paid like $10,000 and went and scanned old like slides, like like the old photography. So he's a photographer. He's like a commercially very successful photographer, but he went back and like scanned a bunch of those slides from like the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s and used that in his diffusion model. So there's something like really interesting about that because the current models all go out and they source, images from the internet. So these are all like really fresh images, and it's really to honor the intent of like photography, right? So full disclosure, I've pre-purchased some, so it's not like I'm not invested, but I just think that from a narrative perspective, this is the first person to ever go and take like a traditional media and impose it upon the I'll call it the AI diffusion model system. So
dude, these are animated. I didn't know these are animated.
So it's a 500 piece collection. 50 are animated.
Okay.
So like, and you gotta pay a premium for those, but it's just, so these are the slides that so what's going through here are the slides that he actually scanned and had put into his diffusion model. And as a result of that, you get something like this, right?
Those are so fucking amazing.
I mean, like, here's something clearly like Greek, this is like, looks like English, like, so like it's fun enough. And it's this post photography thing that you're kind of like, Oh, like it's odd enough that you have to do a double take, but it's not so odd that you're like, oh, this is Fantasyland. Yeah,
Dude, these get the
so there's the
spidey
slide.
senses tingling like big time.
Yeah. So what's cool is next Monday, like if you aren't part of the pre-sale, I think like they'll all the remaining pieces will go up for auction, and I think they start at 0.05. If you're locking in a piece, 0.15. So you definitely pay a premium to get the ones you want. But I ended up selecting three stills and one movie. So I mean, anyways, but you can see here, like this is like he's got slides from Pearl Harbor, right? Like this is insane to think of. Like he not only like sourced all of these slides, then he like archived them, scanned them. I mean, this is like it's something that like it feels different to me. I mean, see, look at this. He's showing you right there. Slide 1, slide 2, boom, the result. Slide 1, slide 2, boom. And it's just
Oh, it's so cool.
It's fun because to me this is a documentation of the past and an integration of like modern technology. And to me, not that it's about the first, but this is the first that I'm aware of at this scale. And I just think that like it's a really interesting way to document history. So this is something that has my attention. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yep.
I know we're late on time, so if I could plug 8nap, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
let me throw this up here. And by the way, guys, I mean it. I try to tell you when I think there's something unique, special, opportunity, whatever. Spidey sense tingle hard about this.
Yeah, there's like I said, it was the first time I was like, oh wow, this is it's interesting. So pivoting to my baby 8nap art, we have a release with Redrum, who is an amazing AI artist. Speaking of that AI meta, and he just wrote this long form write up on the collection right here, and so he goes into there's 7 chapters in it, and it's a metamorphosis about evolution and the development of not only like society but also him as an artist. So he goes into a deep dive. If you can spare 5 minutes, go and like and retweet that. I'd appreciate it because he spent a lot of time, and then you get to like. I'm really big about the connection to the art, right? Like a lot of what I just talked about was like financial, but that tingling sense you talked about with like the Shieldrick stuff is the same thing I had, and I'm like, that's the emotional stuff. Like I didn't want to buy a video, and I saw one, and it hit me so hard. It's called like Mushroom Tank. It's like these mushrooms growing out of a tank, and you could just tell it came from like that World War I slides that he had. It was so obvious to me, right? So, anyways, Redrum is, in my opinion, like really developing his style here. I think that like the amount of detail he spent the better part of 10 months putting this thing together, and it shows. It's a huge sense of pride. Absolutely love the development of his style. So it is releasing January 28th. It's basically not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. And like, look at this. Like, can you go back to that one? It's a blend of that famous, farmer picture and last selfie. Like how funny is this? Like it's the modern day take of it. I don't know. I love this piece.
Dude, I got to peek at some previews, and I'm even more blown away seeing some of these.
Yeah, because these are the like you had the raw ones. This is like the upscaled, the final outputs, right? Like these are the high res. Like, look at these pieces. I just absolutely love it. If it kind of flashed up on screen, oh, check this one out. This is his squiggle tribute.
Love it.
So this is this beautiful, beautiful landscape with like that iconic squiggle in the clouds. This is one of my favorite pieces. I'm like, but if you're interested, I know you're going to be running a allow list for it. The allow list is going to be 0.065. So we tried to price it in an attractive sense. And then public is 0.088. So we really wanted to incentivize the communities that are involved to participate in the allow list to get that mint rate up. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. It will be, the allow list will be over allocated, but if you have any interest, like hit me up. If you're part of a community that may want to explore some of Red's AI art, hit me up. But yeah, I'm trying to be respectful of your time, so I'm motoring because I've spent a lot of time on Shieldrick and a line draw and Mortal, but super excited about this one. It's going to be really a lot of fun. And I think it's very well curated. There's enough variety in there that each piece is unique on its individual sense, but it's also cohesive once you understand the collection or the chapters and how they all get to be part of the collection. So I'm just super, super excited about this one. It's definitely some amazing pieces in there, and I can't wait to see who gets what pieces.
Dude, art is amazing. Again, I think what I saw didn't do it like this is incredible. Like, Spidey senses tingle on this too. The price looks incredible. And appreciate the opportunity with some whitelists. So guys, I think next week or so, pretty soon we'll have some whitelists to give away here. We'll probably have you engage with a bull. But in the meantime, yeah, go ahead. I put a link to that tweet in the chat. Throw some love on that. Give it a like. Give it a little retweet, guys. Certainly helps, and it's great supporting an artist like Red Rum and Jared and his platform. Dude, amazing. And I think I said the price point's fucking awesome. So GG's on that. I think that's going to work big time for you guys.
Yeah, the big thing about this was, especially with Red and 8NAP in general, is about the propagation of artists and solidifying their base. And part of like what we talk about is like get a good base and then you can level up your game, and then get a base, level up. Like, so as we're really working with a lot of great communities to get his art into not only. I mean, you can see at the bottom, like if you're a loyal Red Rum and you hold 3 pieces, like hit me up. Like we're gonna put you on the LL list automatically. And we want to expand it, like, because his art it's incredibly dope, and he's taken it to a whole new level. So like, it's like we want there to be a lot of advocates for it. We want it to be to a point where his exposure is, far-reaching. So I'll hop off my little soapbox. I know we're 4 minutes over for you.
We'll do it again next week, and hopefully we can get Red Room on here. But in the meantime, guys, give 8nap_art a follow. Also, of course, Jared_pause. And follow Red Rum. He is fucking awesome. I collected him for years at this point. So follow those guys, all of them. More to come. More conversations about it. We'll probably peek at more art. And then, of course, follow us at CryptoSlam.io. We'll be live today again, guys, with Henry the Grape and I was going to say Great Yo. No, he's still great. Joe, my buddy, my boy. 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be right here on SlamX Official. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you in a bit. Peace.